Hey guys, welcome back to Dad Corner. I'm Sean, I'm your host, and today we'll be featuring an interview with Jeff Weiss from the Weiss Life, coming up in 1 minute. Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button down below, and feel free to check out all of our other content. Dad Corner comes out every Tuesday at 3 o'clock. We vlog every single day. We release a new single every month. Without any further ado, let's get right to talking about this interview. Jeff and Melissa were absolutely amazing. From advice on parenting to advice on YouTube, they sat and talked with us and were just incredible people. The thing I noticed that Jeff really brought to this interview is he seemed to know exactly what he wanted to say. All of our dads have put a lot of thought into being a parent and brought a lot to the table. What Jeff really brought is he brought a clear message. I'm grateful he shared that message with me, and I'm happy to share that message with you. So tell me what you think about it down in the comments down below. Quick note on audio. If you've watched the other Dad Corners, you know that the audio has suffered because of the space we were in. We've needed to do a little bit of processing on each of them to get them to the point where you can at least listen to it. But this one just kind of blew them all out of the water. It had a lot of problems. We spent 6 extra hours processing it, so I'm really proud that we got it to the point that it is right now where you can listen to it. I apologize for those little points in time where there are still artifacts or things that kind of get in the way, but the majority of it should be fairly easy to listen to. So without any further ado, let's roll it.
We're here with Jeff from the Weiss family, and this is like the 4th time we've tried to film this, and it might work this time.
I think we're going to go. All the concerts are over, but now they're cleaning up. We better get going. They start breaking down tables and rattling cages.
So, Jeff has a family vlog channel. He has, well, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
I have 5 daughters, and we share our experiences and adventures with everybody who wants to see them. So it's been a lot of fun.
We met one of their daughters here, and Natalie was really like talking to her. The whole family has really been pretty cool and awesome to just sit and talk to. So I'll put a link to their channel in a card up above and in the description down below. You should definitely go check them out. And yeah, cool. Want to jump into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, tell us a little bit just about why did you start vlogging with your family?
So I think in the family vlog genre, a lot of people are just like, we want to save family memories. And that's exactly true with us. Because for almost the first year, it was just family videos. Like in the beginning, it was really mostly just home videos. Like other people really wouldn't watch it. It wasn't really edited or YouTube-y. And then after doing that 200 times and seeing a couple of our videos all of a sudden are getting a couple peaks, it's like, all right, if we want to really do this as another job, what would we need to do? And the answer was, be more interesting, do more interesting things all the time, and also I would pretty much always have to have the camera available, which is great. So the downside for the kids is they have to do more interesting things.
I was about to say, like this is kind of off topic, but do you find that that helps with parenting? You have to be more interested.
Also, there's a balance, right? So the number one priority is our family, then our first business, and then YouTube for me kind of fills in the gaps of my leisure time of watching sports and playing games, and I mean, I still do some of that, but I really enjoy making family videos anyway.
Okay.
So it works out great.
You enjoy doing it, so why not do it if people are gonna, want to watch it? That's
Absolutely.
really cool. Yeah. So, in your point of view, what is it that you would that defines a good father? What are the traits, or what does he have to do to be a good dad?
So that's hard, but I think at the end of the day, you just have to make your best effort to teach your children to be loving and caring and kind and patient, and the list kind of goes on and on, but that's kind of the core, is just at the end of the day you want to grow and teach your children to be good people.
Okay.
And there's, that's subjective too, but a lot of those things, like I said, like kind and patient, and everyone would probably agree, friends, that you appreciate when they're kind and patient and friendly, and so that's important, and just teaching that at a young age is invaluable.
And I can attest that Jeff is both kind and patient, as this is like the 4th time we've tried to film this video. You talked about how it makes your life more interesting, but what are the ups and downs of being a YouTube dad?
So one of the things that we decided early on, and not even decided, it just naturally happened, is like if we're doing a video and the kids aren't enjoying it, or they're too tired, we just don't do the video. Like it's not like once again, you have to get your priorities straight as a family, as a father. Like what's the most important? And like I said, the most important is we want to enjoy ourselves, but we want to have fun, and if it's not fun, we're not going to do it. I don't want to embarrass them. At least everybody does it their own way. I'm not telling people how to do anything. I don't want to embarrass my kids. They still have to go to school. I mean, I'm not trying to take advantage of my children. I'm trying to enrich my children and share those experiences with other people. And it's the most endearing comments we get are like, I wish I was part of your family. You're such a great dad. I mean, that means the most to me. And like the nicest compliment that I can get is if we were to hang out and you're like, wow, your kids are really well behaved. Because whether you know you're saying that or not, you're saying, wow, you guys are working really hard at being parents. That's a big deal.
I want to pick out one thing you said right there that I absolutely love that nobody else has said, and that is that you have to have your priorities straight.
That's it.
And one of the first things that he told us is he knows his priorities. He said his very first thing is his family and then the business and things like that. And I think that it's impossible to try to be a good father if you don't know what your priorities are. So thank you. I really like that point.
Thank you.
So with going along with that, you've had like all these experiences with the 5 kids. Can you think of one time where you have learned something important to you about being a dad and tell us the story of how you learned it?
I think that there are times when I see other interactions. If you're in public and you see other parents or other dads, and they get so caught up in other things. And I have the privilege, I guess, of being able, with all my businesses, to be able to work out of my house most of the time. So I get to spend that quality time. And I've heard other people, so it's not my quote or anything, but there's no such thing as quality time. It's actually quantity time.
Okay.
So when you have the luxury of spending more time with your family, because you can't jam in all life lessons and all the thing, like if you had an hour with your kids, you're like, all right, what do you want to do? All right, we're going to play football. Like, let's go out and play catch in like 1 hour. Like, it takes time. So then you have that work family balance, and you just have to find out what's right for you, and you have to put bread on the table. You have to work enough to support your family, but take advantage of the time you have together, and don't be looking at your phone, and everybody does a little bit, but just be cognizant of the fact that your kids are watching you, and if your kid's right there, and you decide to play an app on your phone instead of interacting with your child, you're not going to get that time back. When you're old in a bed, and you're not much of a walker anymore, and now you can play your apps and hope your kids visit you. I mean, that sounds morbid, I guess, but just like enjoy the time, because you don't get it back. You know, regrets are things you didn't do, but you're never going to look back and be like, oh man, I wish I had leveled up my dragon a little further. Right? But like, man, I wish I talked to my kid about that, because now they're 16 and they won't talk to me. Yep. You know, it's just take advantage of the opportunities to be with your family.
I really like that. I've also heard the quantity over quality, and I don't believe that you can just have quality time, because you have to be there to interact with them. You don't usually teach like I'm going to sit down like we're in a class and teach you every day. You react to what they do.
And you're leading by example. So our kids are seeing us working hard. So it's unspoken, but I think also one of the most important things, and I tell my buddies, because I'm very candid with everybody, is that I think when you're teaching anybody anything, children, your friends, especially your children, at school, you have to give people the what with the why. Or the why with the what, I guess it is. You have to give people the why with the what, because if you just like sit there, like, don't touch that. Like if you are more specific and explain they're learning something, don't touch that because it's your 3-year-old, because it's hot. It'll burn you, and that'll hurt. You know, I mean, just giving an explanation, it's more personal, it's more relatable, and now you're actually teaching them something. You teach them how to fish instead of just giving them a fish. Stay there, don't do it. Then they just become completely dependent on orders, and they don't understand. They're not understanding why.
Yeah. No, I completely. Having not had more than Tiberius, who's only 6 months old, I don't know that I can say I've seen it in my own life, but I really like this. That I like that you seem to have a very strong feeling that your mission as a father is to teach and to guide them to be
good people,
good people, upstanding members of society.
Yeah. And another little tidbit. I do this very on. I'm very lucky that I came to this. Okay. But the basis for my relationship with my children is all love, right? But I've told them from a very early age, and it's very all-encompassing, is that your job is to be a good listener. My job is to take care of you. So if you boil that down, it's very basic. Your job is to listen to them. That covers literally everything you say. And they just need to understand that you love them and you're taking care of them. And as your life unfolds, you reiterate, you get to be a good listener, and as they get older and older, they see the lessons, they see their siblings obeying, and they understand all along that you are taking care of them, and you do love them, and you're not going to do something that's going to hurt them or scare them, and that trust builds. But you've now said it. You give them the why with the what. You're actually doing it, but you're verbalizing it as well. This is our relationship. I'm your parent. I've never done this before. I'm learning. I love you very much. But my job is to take care of you, and your job is to listen.
Something I don't think I've ever heard of and that I've got to go home and now think about as a parent, is that idea that you can give kids a job and say, your job is to listen. This is my job as an adult. I really like the idea of being open and saying, I'm a new dad. I haven't been a dad before. I've never had a whatever-year-old, so I'm just trying with you. We're gonna work.
And that's as they get older, of course, but that simple spending time with them, and they feel the love, they can tell you love them, but then once they really begin talking and understanding, it's like, your job is to be a good listener, and then you reiterate that, they're quick, hey, put that down, remember, your job is to be a good listener, and then, it just kind of all comes full circle as you protect them and take care of them, and they see real-life examples with that quantity of time you're spending with them. And if you don't have quantity of time, because you just don't, then make sure you give them the attention while you do have the time. So just make the best of whatever time you have.
I think there is a point that everyone can say, look, I can spend more time with my kid if I am more intentional about how and when I use my phone, like you mentioned, and things like that. So I am learning here. This is really good stuff for me. This is juicy stuff. I like it. So if you had a megaphone you could talk to every dad in the world, but just for 2 minutes, and give one message, what do you think your most important message, the Jeff White message, would be?
So I think that this interview really encapsulates a lot of that message. All those questions were very pointed dad questions, and I think I would just use this video and share it with everybody. I mean, it's great. It was fantastic. I think that is my message. Our discussion is my message. So if you're listening, take it or leave it.
Jeff here has been awesome this whole time. He's given us guidance on our channel. We had heard of him, and I'd watched a few of their vlogs, but hadn't actually watched any until we met him very many until we met him the other day. And now I'm binge watching their vlogs. They're excellent. They do a really good job of showing their family, going out and doing stuff that's fun to watch. They're entertaining, but there's that wholesome family feeling of, you can tell that you're a team, you're working together, and you're kind of all on the same page, and I really like that about you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much for being here and doing this.
No, my pleasure, man.
Appreciate it.
Before we get to the extras, let me just say a big thank you to Jeff and Melissa. It was great spending time with you. I loved this interview, and I hope to do it again sometime soon. If you haven't checked out their family vlog, it's in the card, and it's in the description. You know where to find it. On to the extras. First up in extras, we have a fun vlog that I enjoyed from the Weiss Life, one of their more recent ones. It's in the comments down below. Second, we have an episode of dadvice from Tim Tayag, talking about how to gamify waking up a kid if you have that teenager or child who just doesn't want to get out of bed in the morning. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Feel free to share it with anybody else who might enjoy Jeff's interview. And feel free to check out the rest of the channel. Remember, Dad Corner comes out every Tuesday at 3. We put up a new vlog every day. We release a new single once a month. See you in a week with our next interview, which I'm really excited to bring to you. ... You're gonna have to wait. I'm not telling you who it is quite yet. See you next week.
If you liked it, subscribe. If you liked it, thumbs up. If you liked it, comment.